Hello everyone, it is Toby from Toby's Urban Sketch, and today we are sketching this. This is Westminster Abbey. So I'm doing a series of sketches often from Google Street View of famous places. And the reason being, sketching a landmark can feel scary. It can feel like, if you get it wrong, everyone will know, you can't share it. And thus, when you're on holiday, maybe you avoid just doing these sort of classic places. Actually, I want to show you that's not right. We can do really loose, gentle, quick sketches of famous landmarks. We can capture their essence, we can have fun with it, and it will still be something we're proud to show other people. So this is my Westminster Abbey. Please do leave a comment. What do you think of it? Is it too simple? Does it not capture the essence? Or do you like it? Let me know, and let's watch the video and find out what happens. So let's get sketching. The reference is up here, and let's just see what we make of it. So we're going to sketch across these two pages, and I'm going to start with big shapes as ever. And this is sort of this really interesting architecture, isn't it? But we just need to remember that we don't need to sketch every detail, every line. And we can start, if we start nice and loose, we can start just with those, what are those biggest shapes? And from there, we'll actually be able to work out what's needed and what isn't. And so we've kind of got this kind of, the front, it's got this kind of almost hexagonal feel, hasn't it? These shapes are moving round, so each one's on a slightly different plane. And then as we go off, they're all on the same plane, but they get closer, and all these verticals get very close together. So don't need to sketch every one, don't need to draw it perfectly. Just get that idea in. The other bit is just to check where are these sort of peaks at. So the tallest one in terms of drawing is probably actually these two, about the same height, aren't they? Give or take. And then again, the perspective takes these peaks away from us. So we can just sketch in really loosely what those lines are. We can then start to build up some of these other shapes going on behind. So we've got the roof here, and then another roof just in behind there, and then everything is conveniently sort of got a nice big tree to sort of come and boundary it off, I guess. Let's pop in our statue. And all we're trying to do is get the idea of what this is, not get it in perfectly, remember. We've got the stairs, so we can just draw horizontal lines is all you really need to get the idea of a staircase. Then you can join up the edges. And there you go, you've got stairs, easy. A bit of grass that comes around here. We're going to leave out the cars and things because that's not really part of the scene. And then we've got our other big shapes. So mirroring these shapes, we've got other sort of that hexagonal feel of shape, which is also disappearing off in terms of perspective to a vanishing point over here. And we've got the same going on below this roof. And now we've got the basics there, haven't we? One last thing actually. One last thing is the building blocks of this facet of the building. Okay, so now we do have the basics of our building. We can add in the kind of little outlines, like we've got this tree, we've got another tree. This one's coming out, so it doesn't help us frame in the same way, it doesn't eliminate details, but it does add to the feel of the building. We've got another little church here. We can even add in the window while we're there. So where do we go now? Well, we start to decide what extra details are needed. At the moment, obviously, just big shapes. So we can now build up. We go top, bottom, front to back, whatever. I'm going to sort of work in this area and then replicate what I've done here in a sort of controlled fashion going backwards, because it's kind of all the same blocks, isn't it? Each of these is relatively similar to the one before it. So we just build up the idea and have a little sense check, have a little look. Are we happy with what we've done? Does it need something extra? Always check before you add too much. Don't worry too much about, is the perspective perfect? Are the details perfect? Just get these big ideas in. And then we can start to sort of replicate as we move back. Get these idea of these sort of almost hashed in windows, aren't they? And there's so much going on that the biggest problem we're going to have is avoiding overdoing things. It's similar in a way. I've done a video about doing this with Ely Cathedral. It's very similar in that sense, that there's a lot going on. It's very recognisable, and what we need to just avoid doing is over sketching, overplaying our hand, and losing the essence in all of the details. Let's just go and work out some of these rooftops here as well. So it's nice to sort of move away. We've done all this. Let's just move away and reset our sort of brains. We can come back and look at this bit with a fresh eye, especially having worked in some other details elsewhere. And you can see there's an extra sort of wall there that I didn't get in with my initial sketch. But that's no problem. And then it's got these lovely windows, so let's just work those in with ink, nice and dark. There aren't many like super dark windows. And then having done that, that's what I mean, that you can then go and go, you know what, we have made those ones back really dark, so let's just emphasize the kind of hash-like nature of the windows in the foreground. And we've got a couple under here as well. They're less visible. And we also got the windows up here. We can build them up all with loose sketches, loose lines. Let's just move away from the building entirely for a little bit. Let's start just getting in the idea of some grass or some different texture here. So we've got this boundary line, we've got this boundary line, and then there's little bits of grass in here. And around that we've got little lights. So now we're building up the feel of the place without having to overdo the building itself. And we don't have to be exact either, so I'm not sure how many lights there are here, but I'll add in how many I feel fit around, and it provides us an extra layer of something. We don't have to sort of sketch perfectly the building, but we suddenly are providing extra sort of interest and contrast going on. Having made these other windows dark, let's make these back windows nice and dark as well, and let's extend our little trees out, because that way we've got a very symmetrical double page spread. We can add a little bit more structure to our statue. We can even start adding in a few people. So we've got someone actually on a bike there, but now they can be walking, it's fine. We've got someone here, and then let's just add in a few of our own people of our own choosing. Remember the horizon line, if they're in sort of head's going to be in a similar level. We're kind of looking flat at this building. And it is central London, so it would normally be busy. Okay, so I think that's enough of the sketch done really. And what we're going to do, well, let's start with the stuff which is actually rather easy. Let's start with these greens and see what happens when we frame our building in green. And the statue can also just be framed in this nice loose wash. We got these as well, and just try and outline where we've got sort of these pillars coming up. A little bit more green there, and then we've got grassy green. So that was a bit of cascade green, and then I'm just going to mix that with my Hansa yellow. And now the grass can have its own little separate wash as well. And then we can take a bit more of our cascade green, just deepen some areas of this wash. Even add in a little bit of red and green neutralize, and so you get these kind of more shadowy feels out of that. And of course there's a lot of shadow going on under here, so we can start bringing that out. Now what's next? So we've sort of started to outline our building, aren't we? So let's continue that feel with some outline in the sky. So if we just get this sky with a nice bit of cobalt, and we're starting to look and go, you know what, actually this is quite a nice sketch even without any colour in the building that we're sketching. It's actually quite effective just having it stand out, push out on its own. So do we want anything in there at all? I think there's always room for a little bit, and we could leave it completely blank like this. I think that's actually quite effective. Let's just say that we're not going to though, and let's try with a little bit of a very gentle tone. So I'm going to take our red, which is a magenta. I'm adding a little bit of lunar brown, a little bit of blue, just to neutralize that down. And now I'm trying to find where are the shadows. And this is probably a bit darker than I wanted, but that's not a problem because there's lots of water there. So what can happen, just pop in a few of the sort of most shadowy areas, dry off the brush, we can then just soften and lift in a few places, bring it down, dry the brush off, and maybe just a couple of highlights, because there's a few bits of gold and interest in there, isn't there? And it just gives a nice break between top and bottom. And perhaps the last bit is if we just take some more of our blue, we can just reflect that blue in some of these windows. And then that just gives, I know that they're really dark, but it's a shorthand for our eyes to go, look, that's obviously a window because it's reflecting the sky. We can then add a little bit more of our sort of green washes just to create a little bit more texture. Perhaps I'll just take my cascade green in here again. And we can even just do really fun little touches like, let's make our people, where we pop them in, just have a new colour, a bit of orange in there, tiny bit of that orange reflected somewhere else. Otherwise the orange will stand out too much, at least that's how it works for me. If I've used a colour in one place, always nice to just reflect it elsewhere as well. And there we are, that's our sketch done. Perhaps one last thing we could do, because it's such a negative space, is just come round our outline in a few places and really make it a separate negative space. Our Westminster Abbey just can pop out like this. So I think this is very, very much on the optional part of finishing this little sketch. And there we go. So that is my really quick, simple version of a landmark, which a lot of people would recognise. Doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be clever, and it can be something really fun to do whilst you're on holiday. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have anything you'd like to ask, or if you've got any questions or comments.